This video shows how to start a campfire big enough to cook your dinner over, and another method if you only have a lighter.
There's a lot of ways to start a fire, from a single match with really tiny sticks to gasoline and a fire starter log. So this way that I'm going to do it is kind of your standard, halfway in between. Yeah, you got newspaper, got a good selection of sticks and logs and a variety of types of woods and whatnot, sizes mostly. And then a little newspaper, a few matches, a couple lighters, no big deal. So this is the way that I like to make it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. This way seems to be the most most stable, the most way that produces results of actually lighting and having a nice fire. Because you got to cook on it. So this is how you do it. First thing is to put in some logs that are kind of big. We're making a teepee. So if you have any of these little wishbone looking ones, they work good. Here's another wishbone. Trying to make a teepee. And then we're gonna have a inside of the teepee. Then take some smaller type ones, bust them with your knee or whatever it takes. Get a little bit smaller. You gotta make sure you can still get in the teepee, because that's where the little stuff's gonna go, in the paper. Then get a bunch of little stuff. Get little stuff like this, you can just break it up. Stick it in there. Get more little stuff. And then the important part is to have stuff that's gonna burn up here, because this is gonna burn, it's gonna go up, and then it's gotta have, this stuff up here has to burn. And then you can do others. Just put stuff into here. And then just sprinkle on top a little bit. But leave enough room for some, here for some newspaper. In the newspaper, you can take a piece and wad it all up. Tight's okay. Put it in there. Another one. And then another one. And then if you want to go with the grain and do this sort of thing, sometimes these float away when it's windy or the fire gets hot, so watch out they don't start climbing into the trees, flying away. But what these help is to get some flame up high and to make the upper sticks ignite as well. So this is loose. So then it goes right there. And if you want to sprinkle any little stuff, or and then fire. Usually you can light the top first so it doesn't burn you when you do the bottom. What makes the teepee version good is the ventilation. Lots of air can go from bottom to top, whereas other methods sometimes suffocate the fire. So we're off and running. See, because I made that original teepee structure, the first 4 or 5 sticks you use to make the teepee structure, you want them to be able to stand up on their own, jam them into the ground or the old ashes, you know, into the, if you can, because when you have a good stable structure, then you can add more. Well, you added all the little ones from the start, now you can add even big ones. And it still stays in the teepee shape, which has the best ventilation. It makes the air go whoosh right through there and ripping fire results. So if you make the good teepee at the beginning and then cluster it with the right little sticks to get it going, you can add a lot to it. And when it's starting to go, but not huge yet, then put logs on where they still let air move through the whole structure. All the logs have air moving by them. So if they lay right on top of each other, next to each other, then they don't burn as well. So push that over there. There's still a lot of good air movement through there. So that'll make everything burn real good. Say you're out and about and you come across one of these, a campfire ring. Maybe you're at a campground or it's a ring on the beach or in a park, and you look around you, there's plenty of wood, and all you have is a lighter. You don't have any paper, kindling, just flame in the woods. I'm going to show you how to start a fire with just one flame. You don't need anything else, just get wood and flame. Easy peasy. These are the sticks we're going to use. They have some small pieces that we're going to break off, and then some larger pieces of small. So what we're going to do is make some sticks and use them to make a teepee, and then with that teepee we're going to light it. And these are what we can get a big enough fire going to light these. And once we have these started, we can put on bigger sticks, and then it's easy. But getting these started is the hard part, with one flame and no paper or anything to burn. So here's how we're going to set it up. When you're setting up a mini teepee, start out with some structure type of sticks. Put them right here. Something that you poke right into the ground and gives the other one something to lean against. These are poke into the ground or the ashes. And then what we're gonna do is put little ones leaned up here and build a little teepee, and we're gonna put the flame right there. So as you put these little ones up top here, you hope that if we put a flame right there, it will light those little buggers. So here's what our little teepee looks like. Hopefully if we light it right there, it'll light those little ones up top. And then once those little ones go in, we'll add a few more of these little bit bigger ones. And then we'll hope we can light up the even bigger ones. Okay, here we go. Blow on it a little bit. Ouch. Hopefully your flame doesn't get too. And we can add a little bit more. Okay, it wants to go now. I can tell. This is why it's important to poke those first structural sticks in so you can add more. And then we're gonna hope it doesn't fall over before it gets a good flame going. And then slowly add more sticks.
If you're looking for methods to get the wood for your campfire, see the YouTube Playmap channel, Campfire Wood Gathering.